All right, everyone, we are back, and today we're going to be unboxing and looking at the Mckillans snow foam cannon. Now, Mckillans is a brand that I love. I use their pressure washer wand, little stubby one. I also just did a video on the extension piece that you can just simply quick connect in, so you have an 18-inch extension on your pressure washer wand if you want that. Super convenient. I really love it. They did send this out to me, so I figured, why not? Let's go ahead and unbox this thing, take a look at it, and see what I think about it. Here we go. Okay, guys, here is the Mckillans snow foam cannon. Again, here's the pressure washer wand that I like so much. This is the one that comes with the quick connect with the built-in swivel. Really, really nice. It's back in stock, so I'll link that down in the description below for you guys, as well as the 18-inch extension wand. It's just quick connect right into the end of the wand, and then you have another quick connect at the end of that. So it's super, super convenient. But let's take a look at their foam cannon. Now, there's one thing right off the bat that I don't like about it, and I'll discuss that in a second, but let me go ahead and open this guy up. Unboxing these is always super, super simple. So there's really two items to unbox, but we have the bottle. Right off the bat, you have the sticker logo here. It's also kind of embossed down here. It says Mckillans. Super nice. It is 1 liter bottle, I believe. Let me go ahead and check that for you guys. But yeah, 33 ounce, 1 liter bottle. So that's it there. And then the next item we have to unbox is just the head of the unit. Very simply, and there it is. Now, inside the bottle, we do have the straw piece. Again, this one does not come with any sort of weighted system, any filter or ball bearing at the bottom to help to keep the hose in the solution. However, it is very, very, very flexible. So it should do a pretty good job of staying in the solution regardless of having anything else on it. In order to install this, you just simply take the head of the unit. So you see this little valve here, and you just push it over the top. There we go. And that is it. Now that's gonna pick up all your fluid and bring it through to the head where the foam generation happens. So really easily, guys, here we go. This is the part I do not like. Head spins on really, really well. It's very nice. However, two things. The head of the unit is brass and the bottle is plastic, meaning you can strip out these threads. So you just want to be very, very careful with that. If you set it up, if you're not careful with how you line this up, then you can strip these things out immediately. Obviously the brass is just going to crush that plastic. With that said, it does screw in nicely. That's all good. The head of the unit right here, you can see on the end, you turn it and it opens up, turn it and it closes. What that does is it adjusts the angle of the spray pattern. So you can go from like a 0 degree to 50, 90, whatever degree you want, just by adjusting this. The nozzle on the little knob here on the top adjusts your foam. So as you can see on the top of it, I don't know if that'll focus for you or if you can see it, but it says foam and there's a plus and a minus. So turn to the left is minus, turn to the right is plus. That's just gonna restrict a little bit of water flow and create more foam for you guys. So how these pressure washer wands work is there's a little orifice inside here, small little hole that passes through that and passes through a little foam, like a mesh filter that creates the foam and then comes out the other end. So I do not know if this unit has a 1.1 millimeter orifice in it or if it has the larger 1.25 millimeter orifice in it. So we will be taking this apart and taking a look at that to see just what size it is to try and get an idea. Now we do have our little instruction manual here. It does show to always clean it after. You want to run water through it so it doesn't clog that filter. Let's see here. It says approximately 1 to 200 milliliters of concentrated car soap into the 1 liter bottle. It is all marked here as well. You do have all of your measurements on the side of the bottle, so it makes it easy. Shake the bottle well, mix it in the solution, screw the foam cannon on. Be sure not to cross thread the bottle and do not over tighten. It says it right on there, all right on there in bold letters, because that is the main downside of this foam cannon that I'm seeing is it's brass on plastic and you can ruin that pretty quickly if you're not careful. Connect the pressure washer to your 1/4 inch fitting. Use the 2 adjustment knobs to adjust the foam. What they mean is the top here and the angle. And then spray your car with foam, use a microfiber wash mitt, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it does not say if it's a 1.1 millimeter orifice or not. So I'm gonna go, excuse me, geez. I'm gonna go ahead and test this. I'm testing it using Mr. Pink from Chemical Guys. It's the same soap that I use for testing all these foam cannons. I did a whole review on different soaps, the ones that foam better than others. Mr. Pink's just a good standard. And so I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up and we'll test it on my truck and then we'll open this thing up and take a look at it. All right, guys, so I went ahead and filled up my foam cannon with Mr. Pink, and then the rest of it is just water. So I'm just gonna shake it up. Let's just try and flip it over, see if it leaks. And yes, it does. That's pretty standard across the board. The MJJC foam cannon was the best at that, at not leaking, but it's pretty standard across the board, not too big of a deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this down all the way, make sure it's good to go. I'm gonna fire on my my pressure washer. Again, for this test, I'm using the Ryobi 1600 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute pressure washer. Now again, that's very low ratings for a foam cannon. Typically foam cannons want a higher PSI and higher GPM rating. To get around that, you can actually change out the orifice to a 1.1 millimeter orifice. It'll make it foam much better. I don't know what's in this one, so again, we're gonna test it as is, and then I'll open it up and check, and if we need to, I'll switch it out to a 1.1 and we'll test it again. But here we go, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and connect it, turn it on, and we'll get to checking this thing out. Okay, so let me go ahead and make sure this is gonna focus well for you guys. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised by this. Look at how thick that foam is. It's stuck to the panel. You can see it's kind of looks really textured because it's stacking up on itself and staying really, really thick. I'm very, very surprised by that. So I don't know, this thing might come with a 1.1 millimeter orifice, but I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys off the tripod here and show you guys up close. So what we'll do is I'll go ahead and spray like this so you guys can see exactly how it works. Let me see if I can focus there. So it's definitely a little bit runny, but it's going on thicker than I had expected. And let me go ahead and let's see here, let me try something else. I'm gonna go ahead and widen up the spray pattern. So we're gonna go wide and test it that way. Here we go. Yeah, so we're a little bit runny. It went on thick, but like I said, it's a little bit runny. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse that off real quickly, and then we'll go ahead and open up the head of this unit and check it out. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and open this guy up. First things first, I'm just gonna take the head unit off and just leave this over here. So here's our head unit. Now, in order to get to the orifice, all we need is a wrench. We just take it onto the quick connect fitting on the back and twist that off really easily. And then you can see the orifice inside. You can see the little silver plated piece right in there and the little slot on it. So you can take a flathead screwdriver and just stick it in there, sit in that little slot and twist it out. So there we go. The orifice is out. Now I have an aftermarket 1.1 millimeter orifice here, and here is the original one. I don't know, now they are different sizes, but that really doesn't matter. The orifice size is all that really matters. The threading and everything will be the same, so no issues there, but you can see they're slightly different shape. I'm just gonna look at them real quick and see if I can tell. And again, it's really, really hard to tell the difference in orifice size. But we're gonna go ahead and plug this one in and see if it makes a difference. So in order to put it in, it's really simple. You just take this piece back in, drop it in there. Make sure it's not going in sideways so you're not stripping it out, the threads, but just get it to sit in there nicely. That's good, and then just simply tighten it down, really easy. And you don't have to over tighten or anything, just get it snug. There it is, easy. Put the quick connection back on to the back. That's it there. Take my wrench and just give it a quick little turn. Again, you don't want to over tighten that either. And that is it, guys. We now have the 1.1 millimeter orifice installed into the foam cannon head. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. Okay guys, so I haven't added or subtracted or done anything else to the solution. It's just exactly what was in there. I just took the head off and now I just put it back on. So we're down a little bit, but it's the same exact ratio. I'm gonna hook it up to my foam cannon and then we'll test it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in now. Yeah, we are getting some really, really nice, very, very thick foam. All right, go ahead and look at that level of foam. Thick shaving cream, really, really nice. Ugh. I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys off the tripod again so I can show you. All right, guys, and here we go. So again, fantastic amount of foam, very, very, very thick. The 1.1 millimeter orifice definitely did seem to help quite a bit. Really quickly, just for fun, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to Adam's Mega Foam. Now that soap creates a ton of foam. There's a few other ones that we're finalizing the tests on, but I know that one creates a lot of foam. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the bottle real quick and we'll test that. Okay guys, here is the Adam's Mega Foam in the foam cannon now. I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys off of the tripod again and just show you like handheld right at the pressure washer wand at the foam cannon so you can see the difference. Alrighty, Mega Foam, here we go. So there you go, guys. Super thick foam. Look at that. Like, just crazy. So, there you have it. All right, guys, so there you go. That is the Mckillans foam cannon. Again, I really like it. If you're basically, rule of thumb is, if you're using an electric pressure washer, make sure to get the 1.1 millimeter orifice. I'll link it down below for you guys. It may come with a 1.1, but it seems like the ones that I linked to, it might be a tiny bit smaller and are producing more foam. So it did a great job out of the box, but if you want to get the most foam, switch out to that 1.1 and use Adam's Mega Foam on there and you'll get crazy thick foam. But that's it, guys. Again, just a brief overview of the foam cannon. I really like it so far. Everything seemed really nice and fluid. The thing I don't like is that it is a brass fitting on a plastic bottle. Not the best. You can strip those out. Just be careful with it and you'll be fine. Again, everything's linked down in the description below. Make sure to like the video, please. It helps out the channel. And subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and we'll see you guys on the next video.